Yo guys, yeah,
Alcohol is the most commonly used drug in society today. All states enforce a minimum drinking law age of 21. Even though it is illegal for young people to consume alcohol, many teenagers drink, which is a major problem for highway safety. The most frequently found drug in fatal car crashes is alcohol.
The effects of alcohol varies from person to person, but everyone is affected by it to some degree. Consider this. Young drinking drivers are involved in fatal crashes at twice the rate of drivers aged 21 and older. Drivers aged 16 through 20 are more likely to be alcohol impaired than any other age group. Nearly half of those killed in alcohol-related collisions had not been drinking but were victims of drunk drivers. More than half of all fatalities during the holidays are alcohol-related.
As soon as alcohol reaches the brain, it affects the way people act and behave. Alcohol acts on the central nervous system. Alcohol has the greatest effect on the part of the brain that controls judgment and reasoning, the two most critical mental skills needed by drivers. Physical abilities then also become impaired. Alcohol decreases your ability to make a clear judgment. Some people who are under the influence think that their judging abilities are sharper, quicker, and more accurate than usual. The feeling of this false well-being is known as euphoria. Alcohol weakens a person's inhibition. Inhibitions is the inner forces of personality that restrains or hold back one impulsive behavior. This may lead to drivers driving too fast, taking needless risks, or even driving to emergency situations without knowing or caring. Alcohol
distorts a driver's vision. It becomes fuzzy and unclear. It affects the driver's orderly visual patterns. Instead of scanning, a drinking driver's eyes are more likely to stare straight ahead or fixate on an object that attracts their attention. Alcohol impairs peripheral vision, night vision, color vision, and depth perception. Depth perception is affected and drivers can tell the distance of oncoming or crossing vehicles. A drunk driver loses their ability to tell the speed of other vehicles. Peripheral vision also is impaired and it narrows the field of view you have. Driver a driver must then have to look side to side, but most drivers affected by alcohol don't realize this and don't look, making them a hazard on the road. Drunk drivers are more unlikely to see a pedestrian crossing the street and would not be able to see them in time.
Alcohol affects your pupils by not having your pupils react to light. When light hits the pupil, your pupil becomes smaller. Alcohol impairs your pupils instead of having them become smaller rapidly, and it takes longer for them to open after light passes, causing you to be temporarily blind and having blurred vision. This situation happens when cars meet each other and the headlights are on. After excess drinking, the driver can see multiple visions of an object. Drivers will see doubles of roadway center lines or traffic signs. A drinking driver's speech is affected. Their speech becomes slurred and fuzzy, and the spoken sentence may fail to convey meaning.
guys, yeah,
A chemical test can measure the percent of alcohol in a person's bloodstream. The amount of alcohol in the blood is called BAC, which means blood alcohol concentration. Each drink you have adds about 0.02 to 0.03% to a person's BAC. Beer, wine, and liquor are all considered drinks. Standard sized drinks all have the same amount of alcohol. The proof describes the strength of liquor. Dividing the proof by 2 gives you the percentage of alcohol.
Factors of the BAC are amount of alcohol consumed. The more a person drinks, the higher your BAC is. The amount of time over which a given amount of alcohol is consumed. A person's BAC rises more rapidly if only short periods of time elapse between drinking. A person's body weight. If two people had the same amount to drink, a heavier person would be less affected by the same amount of alcohol than a smaller person. Certain foods in the stomach can lessen the degree of the alcohol absorbed, but not by much. When alcohol is mixed with drinks, it is absorbed even faster. The safest decision is to just say no to alcohol.
Alcohol is quick to enter the body, but is very slow to leave the body. It takes time for blood to oxidize and to be removed by the liver. A person who consumes one drink takes about an hour and a half to rid itself from the body. Drinking 3 beers in an hour takes 4 to 5 hours to rid itself. After 4 beers, it will take about 7 hours to rid the alcohol from the body. Drivers should never drive during those hours. Only time can reduce the body's blood alcohol content and that person's degree of impairment.
Statements are true. I can sober up by drinking black coffee, taking a cold shower, or exercising. One little drink won't hurt me. I will not be affected because I'm only drinking beer. I can drive better after a few drinks. A young person cannot become a problem drinker. None of these statements are true.
Hours. Only time can reduce the body's blood alcohol content and that person's degree of impairment.
As a responsible driver, you can help reduce the risk of drinking and driving. Always refuse a ride from someone who has been drinking and keep them off the roads. One way to reduce the risk is to assign a designated driver, a person who doesn't drink but drives the vehicle.
Dude, I'm not letting you drive drunk. Just get out of the car!